Hey, this is Homebuyer Radio, episode number 72, and finally back from spring break and getting back into the groove of actually working. Last week was one of the first weeks where we actually didn't do a podcast. Go figure, right? Even I need to take a vacation from time to time. Well, hey, we're back into it, and it is the spring housing market in full bloom, if you will. Here in Michigan today, it is icy, rainy, wet, and cold. So hard to believe that it's actually the spring housing market. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about this week was just being prepared to actually go out there and buy a house, right? I know in previous episodes what we talked about is just getting yourself, in the right position to buy. And that right position really means starting with the bank first, unless you're planning on paying cash for the house that you're going to buy. Because without money to close on that house, there's nothing for you to be looking at if you don't or can't get a mortgage. So it's really important that you start the home buying process by getting pre-approved for a mortgage first, as opposed to going out and looking at a bunch of properties and then trying to get pre-approved after you've been looking at properties, right? Now, do you even know what kind of price range you should be looking at if you haven't been into the bank to be able to determine what your budget should be, or what kind of budget you should have based on what you're comfortable with on a monthly payment? It really starts with the money, right? You got to have the money first, and you have to know what that cost of money is going to be and what that monthly payment's going to be and what the financial expectations that you need to have are going to be, as far as if you need to have a down payment and good stuff like that. You really need to get that pre-approval taken care of first prior to going out and looking at homes. Now, there are some agents that will start showing you houses without having you be pre-approved and good stuff like that. Good agents are typically going to want some kind of solid pre-approval, and they're going to want it from a lender that they trust, okay? A lot of times people will, show up with a realtor and say, oh, hey, I've got a pre-approval, but they got a pre-approval from, a lender that, the realtor is either not familiar with, or a lender that maybe doesn't have the best reputation for closing on time and getting things done, properly, because those things can actually hurt you as well, too, right? So you want to have a pre-approval from a lender who's well-known in the marketplace, because that is going to give you a competitive advantage when you're competing against other would-be buyers. Because if those other buyers have a pre-approval from a well-known, reputable lender that delivers and gets things done on time, believe it or not, that's going to be an upper hand versus you if you have a pre-approval from, a lender that's either not well-known, or, maybe an internet lender that, has a reputation for not necessarily performing very well. It's going to make a big difference, and it's going to give you a competitive advantage to make sure you're working with somebody who is well-known, solid reputation, and has, knowledge of the local marketplace. So anyways, if that's you, we want to help you, right? If you're going to be looking for a house, we want to help you find that house. Again, my name is Dan Morales. My NMLS number is 709729. I'm with North Point Bank. You can reach me at 616-931-4629, or you can find me online at danmorales.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com. But if you're in the market to buy a house, we actually want to be able to help you with it, right? That's why we do this podcast, is to provide you with information that hopefully helps to grow your knowledge about the home buying process, and most importantly, helps you to realize that you should be working with us for a mortgage. So reach out to us. Again, North Point Bank is an equal housing lender.